Hello, friends. A very, 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 very good evening to all of you. I would like to welcome you all in our evening session, Rise with Raman, on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So, first of all, thank you very much for participating with us in this wonderful session. I really appreciate. Please pardon my facial gesture because I have to with a couple of equipments here, and sometimes you might feel odd about it where I'm looking, but I'm pretty sure you understand that I will try my level best to communicate with all of you with an eye to eye contact. But just because of the technological part, I would appreciate if you all can understand and cooperate. First thing first, may I get feedback from our viewers? Either you are on Facebook, Instagram, are you getting good sound quality and good video quality? Because if the sound and video quality is good, it really is going to make our interaction more interesting, because it's so important to have the right audio visual of any discussion. Second request, please guys, don't hesitate to participate into the discussion, because participation makes it really really very interesting. I got some feedback here on Instagram where Deepu Goyal is saying it's all good, great. Thank you very much, Deepu. I really appreciate it. Can I request my viewers on Instagram if you can give me? Oh, sorry, it was the Instagram. I'm looking for the feedback on TikTok and Facebook, YouTube. Please, guys, don't hesitate to put up a message. Mahesh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Moni, thank you. Really appreciate, guys. Thank you very much. Perry, Emmy, thanks for joining on TikTok, guys. Really appreciate. Uh, Sanjeev is saying good quality of sound and video. Thank you, Sanjeev. I really appreciate. Guys, anybody on TikTok can give me the feedback. I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. So today we are going to have two interesting discussions. A lot of you might have seen a little flyer which we have put it on social media that today we are going to talk about some of the book reading. So I got this idea because when I was doing my live session from my home office, there's a library at the back. A lot of books are there in the surrounding, and many of the friends they requested, Raman, can we get an opportunity to look at your collection of books? But at that time, I was not able to do that. So today, I wanted to run this session from my home, but because of my busy schedule in the office, I could not reach home on time. So I thought I am going to I'm going to uh, show those books to you or discuss about some book. But I have to do this from my office, so I don't have my collection of books. But we're going to have some interesting discussion about book reading, and we're gonna pick up one book every week. Okay, so every week we're gonna do one session where I'm gonna bring a book, the book which I read. We are going to talk about it. We are going to have some question answers onto that, and that will give an interesting discussion to all of us. All right. I am still waiting for the feedback on TikTok. Guys, how is the sound quality, video quality? I can see a lot of people have already joined, but they are a little bit hesitant to put some feedback or put some message. I already got from Facebook, Instagram. But anyway, if people are there and there is no feedback, it means it is a good quality. Is that good? So I am waiting for one of my colleague to join as well. His name is Mirwais. Mirwais, if somehow you are there, I'm not sure. Let me just see. Okay. So Mirwais, if you have already joined, I want you to, because I'm not sure which ID you are using. all right. Let's see, let's see. Duk, 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 duk. Hmm. Guys, there are a lot many questions coming. I appreciate, but today we are going to confine our discussion about the impact of immigration, क्योंकि ये भी क्वेश्चन बहुत सारे दोस्तों ने पूछा था जब मैं लास्ट हम सेशन कर रहे थे ऑन संडे आई थिंक how immigration is going to impact the Canadian real estate market, especially after the latest announcement by our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau or the immigration minister, where they have mentioned and they have put a cap of 380,000 immigrants entering into Canada. All right. Okay. So one of my friend is mentioning the variant, whatever the name. I will call you after your IGBC. My dear friend, you don't need to call me if you are using the word BC. I don't really need to speak to you. So thank you very much. Appreciate your comment, by the way. If you have to rank potential wise, which market is better ranked by Canada, India, and Dubai? Shitij, we will talk about that. Tell me about FSHA. We'll talk, not today, we'll not talk. Canada has been built only with immigration. Love your positivity and always smiling face. Thank you very much. Too funny for you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right. Oh. Sorry, guys. I am having a little bit technical difficulty here. Let me see what blunder I made that we are out of Instagram. Guys, just give me 1 second. I'll be back soon. Ashik, I logged out of Instagram. Why are you not joining? Huh? But I am out of the Instagram. Can you
Of course.
log me back? I'm trying to, but it doesn't. Oh, so just share it, just like,
Oh, share.
or discard it maybe. Hmm. All right, just let's go live.
Oh, the title?
No, don't worry about the title. I don't want people to wait too long for this.
Of course.
And Mirwais, why are you not joining?
His Instagram is too new to.
Okay, his Instagram is too new.
But I'm adding it.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so sorry for the trouble, guys, especially Instagram viewers. We are back. So आज हम बात करने वाले हैं बुक रीडिंग के ऊपर. सो गाइज मैंने ना बुक रीडिंग अभी ड्यूरिंग द कोविड मैंने उसके ऊपर काम करना शुरू किया. One of my wonderful colleague, he actually presented me, he actually gifted me a book on my birthday. तो और वो बुक थी मैनी लाइव्स मैनी मास्टर्स. आई थिंक ब्रायन वेस्ट की बुक है वो. इट इज ऑल अबाउट reincarnation and going back. It's about the regression therapy. So I really enjoyed reading that book. In that book, it's Dr. Brian Weiss is a psychologist, psychiatrist, and he took one person to ऑलमोस्ट 89 ऑफ हर लाइफ्स। तो वो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बुक थी, मुझे बहुत मजा आया पढ़ के। और उसने ना मेरी अटेंशन दोबारा से बुक्स की ओर डाल दी। उससे पहले भी आई वॉज वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड इन लर्निंग थिंग्स फ्रॉम वेरियस प्लेटफॉर्म्स, बट ना मुझे बुक पढ़ने में थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती थी। तो फिर मैंने उस साल डिसाइड किया कि मैं कम से कम भी 12 किताबें पढ़ूंगा, राइट? सो दैट वाज बैक इन 2020 ड्यूरिंग द कोविड टाइम और 2021, डोंट रिमेंबर एग्जैक्टली। तो मैंने उस साल जो है 15 किताबें पढ़ी, फिर मुझे मजा आने लग गया। और उसके बाद अगले साल का मेरा जो टारगेट था वो था कि आई एम गोना रीड 50 बुक्स, एंड आई डिड दैट। और अब जो है उसके बाद मुझे और मजा आने लग गया, बट सम टाइम आई डोंट गेट टाइम बिकॉज ऑफ माई बिजी स्केड्यूल। सो व्हाट आई हैव स्टार्टेड डूइंग इट, व्हिच आई वुड रेकमेंड टू लॉट ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स और माई व्यूअर्स आउट देयर, कि आप भी कोशिश करें, जब भी आपको इस तरह की कोई चीज सीखनी हो या किसी बारे में जानकारी लेनी हो और आपको बुक पढ़ने में इतना मजा ना आता हो, तो यू कैन यूज ऑडियो बुक्स एज वेल, विच आई एम यूजिंग दीज डेज अ लॉट। अभी मेरी जो लास्ट ऑडियो बुक थी, इट वाज एंटरप्रेन्योर 2.0 बाय जिम कॉलिंस। सो मैंने आई रियली लव दैट बुक। उसकी एक और बुक थी which was good to great. That was also an amazing book, and this was all about entrepreneurship, how to build up the businesses, what precautions, what measure you have to take, and what not. So आज मेरा प्लान था वैसे एक बुक लेके आने का और आप लोगों के साथ उस बुक को डिस्कस करने का, उसके पॉइंट्स को डिस्कस करने का और बहुत सारी चीजें आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करने का। बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली, as I mentioned, my plan was to do this live session today from my home, and I have to coordinate it from my office, so I left the book at house. पर कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हम इस बारे में जरूर बात कर सकते हैं। पर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आप में से कौन कौन से दोस्त हैं जो बुक्स पढ़ते हैं, और अभी रिसेंटली आपने कौन सी बुक पढ़ी है, और अगर कोई भी हमारे जो दोस्त हैं वो लाइव पे मेरे साथ आके ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं, इस बारे में डिस्कशन करना चाहते हैं, आई वुड एनकरेज यू गाइस, प्लीज मैसेज, वंस आई गेट योर मैसेज आई विल सेंड यू एन इनवाइट। तो एक तो हम बात करेंगे कि मुझे कौन सी बुक पढ़नी अच्छी लगती है। मैंने कुछ अलग अलग तरह की बुक्स पढ़ी और उसके बाद मैं कुछ कंक्लूजन्स पे पहुंचा कि मुझे कौन सी बुक पढ़ने में मजा आता है, क्योंकि ये बहुत जरूरी है। अगर आपको जब भी कोई शुरुआत करनी है बुक्स पढ़ने की, तो आपको शुरुआत कहां से करनी है? फ्रॉम द टॉपिक, फ्रॉम द एरियाज ऑफ योर इंटरेस्ट। क्योंकि वो चीज अगर आपके इंटरेस्ट की होगी ना, तो आपको पढ़ने में आपकी अटेंशन जाएगी, आपको समझ में आएगा और फिर आपका ध्यान भी लगेगा। और अगर वो चीज आपके इंटरेस्ट की नहीं है तो आपको जल्दी समझ में नहीं आएगी। जैसे मैं आपको छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि अगर मैं आज कोई टेक्नोलॉजी की बुक उठा के बैठ जाऊंगा ना पढ़ने के लिए, तो मुझे उसमें से कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज यू नो आई एम नॉट रियली अ टेकी गाय, और या मुझे ना उतना मैं कई बार कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पाता, राइट? तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपको कौन सी बुक पढ़नी है, कब शुरू करनी है, और उसको पढ़ना किस तरीके से है। पर मैंने जैसे बताया कि ऑडियो बुक्स को आप बहुत अच्छे से यूज कर सकते हैं। अच्छा, कुछ दोस्तों के मैसेज आए हुए, मैं वो मैसेज भी आई वुड लाइक टू गो, आई वुड लाइक टू रीड दोस मैसेजेस एज वेल। ओके, यू गिव मी वन सेकंड गाइस। Okay, some of the friends, they want to come and join on Instagram. Let me just see how can I add them. Okay, save makes sense. Okay, when I'm trying to find out, oh yeah, I can see it here. Okay, save max real estate. Let me invite Shafaq as well, and let me invite Mehul as well. Oh, Mehul is not there. All right. Mirwais, I have sent an invitation to you. If by chance you are there, you can join me for sure. So अभी मुझे कुछ दोस्तों के मैसेज दिख रहे हैं. I think some of the friend has written the Bhagavad Gita is one of the most profound text ever written. It has philosophy for everyone. अच्छा, हम भागवत गीता पे भी थोड़ी सी बात करते हैं. वैसे मैं आपको बता देता हूँ आपकी जानकारी के लिए कि मैंने 3-4 भागवत गीता अलग अलग तरह की पढ़ी हुई हैं. तो जो उसके अंदर एक भागवत गीता है जो श्री प्रभुपाद जी ने लिखी है, वो भागवत गीता जो है ना, वो basically there is a translation of the exact गीता. तो उसको उसका नाम भी गीता एज इज लिखा गया है। वो इसलिए लिखा गया है कि प्रभुपाद जी ने उसको जो भी रियल गीता थी उसको ट्रांसलेट किया है, जबकि बहुत सारी गीतास जो है वो इंटरप्रिटेशन है, उसमें उसको स्टोरी के रूप में उसको अपनी इंटरप्रिटेशन के हिसाब से बनाया गया है। मिस्टर इक्की शाह जी कह रहे हैं रमन दुआ जी आदाब अर्ज है। आदाब अर्ज जनाब, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर। ललित साहब गुड इवनिंग, कैसे हो आप? ये आज ईद का चांद कहां से, आप कहां से आ गए भाई हमारे लाइव सेशन के ऊपर? कहां से घूमते घूमते पहुंच गए यार ललित साहब? हैं कुछ तो बताओ यार। हैं? आई कैन सी यू, एब्सोल्युटली आई कैन सी यू।
I'm just trying to adjust my screen. Good evening to everybody. कैसे हैं रमन जी आप?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ ललित।
Very good evening.
फैंटास्टिक, गुड इवनिंग। अच्छा ललित, मैं बात कर रहा था यार बुक रीडिंग की, तो अभी हमने सोचा कि यार हर रोज ना like every week one session we are going to talk about books, right? So today I just want to have a kind of general discussion that how we should read books, why we should read books, and what kind of books we should read. So I was into that discussion, and we have our wonderful friend Meerwais as well. Guys, let me introduce Meerwais to you. Meerwais is an amazing team member, a great leader, and a fantastic human being. I will give you his professional introduction in the next session, because today I want to keep it very focused onto the book reading, and he is a very highly intellectual guy. He also enjoys reading a lot of book, and he teaches me a lot. Like he'll read the book, and will bring the context, or I would say the crux of the book, and he will discuss with me. And again, this is a wonderful way of learning from each other. So I really appreciate Meerwais for all the efforts what you put in there. So Meerwais, over to you. What's your take on reading the books? Why reading books is important, especially like when you are 30, 40, or 50 years of age, like everybody hates reading. What we should do?
Good evening, Roman and Lalit. Great to see you both, and so glad to be among the company of some great fans and followers you both have on social media. I'm very, very delighted to be here. Reading, I think, by nature, as humans, we are all born to be learners and be passionate about exploring and discovering. All the great personalities in the world have been great learners. Every single leader that you will find around the world, whether it's in Delhi, in Washington, in Silicon Valley, in Toronto, you will see that they are very passionate readers. And the main reason is every leader must be able to communicate and inspire people. So I have nothing but a passion for reading, and the people that I interact with, I highly encourage them to read. But it's not about me, Raman. You have a great collection. Last time you ordered close to 100 books. Your pile is coming up. I think today you wanted to slowly start telling people about your favorite books. Can you tell us, and same question to Lalit as well, what struck you as the most impactful book of 2024? Before we wrap up this year, is there a book that really resonated with you and something you can share with us and the followers?
Yeah, Mirwais, I think that's a great question. But let me tell you how I started. I actually explained it, how I started my journey of reading books again. Like during the school, college days, you do a lot. And after that, I lost the touch somehow, which I feel I should not have. And then I was doing a lot of like videos and whatnot, like sometimes podcasts. But one of our colleague, on my birthday, he gifted me a book called Many Lives, Many Master by Dr. Brian West. And that was an amazing book. Somehow it was very interesting because it was about the regression therapy, and Dr. West, because of his psychiatric experience and through the hypnotism, he took this person back to 89 of her lives. So it was so fascinating, so interesting, and I thought, what, I should start reading books again. So in first year I read 14, like I put a target of reading 12 books, but I then read 14. And then next year I decided to increase the target to a number of 50, and you won't believe I read more than 50 books. and now it has become a habit. Recently, because of my busyness, business commitments, I was not getting enough of the time. So now I have started uh, listening to the audiobooks. Right. So the last book which I finished was the Entrepreneur 2.0 by Jim Collins. Amazing book. And I was talking to you today about that book, Good to Great. Again, that was from Jim Collins as well. This was all about the journey of the entrepreneurs, and what are the factors, how we should tackle the situations, employees, what are the qualities we need, and whatnot. But your question, let's come back onto your questions. What are the most meaningful books which I have read? That's very, very important. So, guys, if you are starting your journey of reading books, the first book, if you want to read books to start your professional life, or I would say entrepreneurial life, the first fundamental book you should read is Rich Dad Poor Dad. That book is so simple, so easy to understand, and it will give you a different perspective to your life. Now, in that book, it is uh, a kind of real story where, like, the author, what's the name of the author, Mirwais?
That was Robert Kiyosaki. Kiyosaki. Yeah.
Oh, I was forgetting it, Robert Kiyosaki. So, I think he wonderfully explains about the rich mindset and poor mindset. It was not about money, it was about the mindset of a person. His real dad, he was onto a 9 to 5 job. Every time he was suggesting him, so his suggestion most of the time were related to savings, relating to, you know not thinking too big. और वो हमारे पंजाबी हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, जितनी चादर है उतनी पैर पसारो, ये सारी चीजें. And he was always struggling with the management of money and whatnot. Whereas on the other side, it was his friend's dad, who was a kind of businessman, who was a kind of entrepreneur. And he always keep encouraging him to take risk, think differently. Don't Money is not a sin. A lot of people, they think like money is a curse, or money is a sin. But that is why I strongly recommend going through that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. This should be the first book which anybody should read. Okay. Now, but if you are on a stage of life where you are a mature personality and you are starting reading books, I would strongly recommend to read Bhagavad Gita. That is another very high quality book. It will teach you wonderful learnings of life. It will give you direction to your life whenever you are in a problem. It will give you a lot of peace of mind. It will give you a lot of encouragement when you are in trouble. So, meanwhile, and Bhagavad Gita is written in such a way that it will suit your thought process, it will suit your life, it will suit your whatever you are doing. From last 5,000 years until today, Bhagavad Gita is relevant to any and every single person's life. Somehow, the way it has been written, right? Of course, a lot of our viewers, they might have gone through, read Bhagavad Gita, but there is one Bhagavad Gita. Now, the biggest challenge happens meanwhile is most of the books what we read, that is the thought process of somebody else. And some amazing books I read. I will talk about Elon Musk here. That books will carry you away with them. You have to be very careful. Sometimes,
There's the power.
it's the power, right? The way the
There's the
books have been written, right?
yeah.
So, um, I got so fascinated with Elon Musk book and his personality and his decision making and the way he thinks, that I was afraid of myself. I said, okay, if I start doing like this is going to be very dangerous. And then I said, let me calm down on that. So the idea is, guys, not every book is going to be relevant for you. So first of all, you have to find out what your interest is. आपको क्या अच्छा लगता है, राइट? आपको कौन से टॉपिक जो है, आपको अ, आपकी जो क्यूरियोसिटी को जगाते हैं. तो जब आप उस चीज को आइडेंटिफाई करके उस तरह की बुक्स को रीड करने लग जाओगे, then you will understand it. So meanwhile, coming back onto your question, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Bhagavad Gita.
Excellent. I will ask Lalit and our viewers the same question. Our viewers can type in, the answer. But Lalit, if you were to pick one book on the airplane with you for a long 14-hour flight from here to Dubai, only one book allowed, what would that be and why? Yeah, thank you, Parvez. And before that, let me just share you a small story on that because honestly, openly, to everybody who is listening or watching, because I was not a book guy and still I'm just trying to improve on that. And special thanks to Mr. Raman on that. I am just sharing with this, like we were in Vancouver for our team lead meeting, and over there, it was a gifted book to every team lead, and that book still, it is still with me, and that was Rich Dad Poor Dad only. Okay. And it is such a great inspiration when you read this book. And as your question, I will still take that book with me, and if it is a 14-hour flight, I will read it again and again and again. Maybe like a number of times, I will still read it. Mm. And Lalit, on that, if I can follow up, why the Rich Dad Poor Dad book resonates, and why do you recommend it to the next generation of entrepreneurs? What is the story in there? It's anyone would say it's just a book, it's a story. Yeah. Why should people? Why do you recommend it? Because it is such an interesting, the episodes in that, especially the one episode in which, the guys they were collecting the comics books from the old store, and then instead of destroying it, they were collecting it. Then they literally opened a small library for the kids, and then they were making money out of that. So that gives you a first lesson. And trust me, I have shared the same kind of that story with my son as well. And just to encourage him, okay, like as of now he's studying in 10th grade, but he should learn the same thing, the basics of the business. And that's how. And the best part of that book is it actually teaches you the difference between asset and the liabilities. So it's a great learning, to be very honest. And as Ramanji said, very easy to understand, and you can implement those guidelines into your day-to-day life as well. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lalit, for sharing. Thank you. So Raman, going into 2025, are there books in your bookshelf that you are just looking at? Is like, okay, you're on my list. Next, do you have some books that you're looking up to pick up next and refresh your whole thought process?
Yeah, Mirwais. So what I did is the some of the recent books which I was going through. Um, I actually picked up two books which I have already read, but I'm going to go through them again because I personally believe 2025 is going to be an amazing year for me, where I have to do a lot of development as far as my business is concerned. A lot of other things which I have to work on too. So I have picked up one book by Sadhguru, which is called as a Death. So that is basically a kind of spiritual journey. I picked up two books from Osho. That's those books talk about meditation, as well as there is another book which is I think very interesting. Sambhog se Samadhi tak. That's a little different concept, which really built up the personality of Osho. That everybody started giving him a title that he is a sex guru, whereas people without understanding his thought process, without reading, they made their judgment about him. And recently, I have before this Guru Nanak Dev Ji ki Jayanti जो अभी recently थी, तो I wanted to understand the एक ओंकार जो पूरा हमारा वो है. So I pick up an audio book by Osho, which was for 12 hours on explaining the the whole crux of the Ekonkar. And I just finished that one, and now I have called some of the books. And another book which I have planned for 2024 is going to be I have a collection of 8 volumes of Swami Vivekananda. That's also another amazing book. So these are all the spiritual books which I'm going to read. The reason, yes, yes,
you will attack them soon. Yes. You will be surprised that we have a great, list of scholars among us today, very interested and passionate readers. Some recommendations that are coming is The Power of One I haven't read it, to be honest.
I have read it.
Uh,
I have actually read it half of it, not the full.
okay,
I started that, but after that I got diverted to some other book. But The Power of One is
yes,
also a very amazing book.
okay. So that's definitely on my reading list. The Tipping Point. I know I'm a great fan of Malcolm Gladwell, a Canadian, a scholar, and an amazing, amazing person. I will definitely recommend. So, one of our colleagues is actually, and many of you have heard me about Atomic Habits. I will tell you that I've given up a lot of bad habits and I've adopted good ones thanks to this amazing, amazing book.
So one of the
And we
bad habit I think
enjoy.
you gave up in 2024 by reading that book. You stop hating me,
Hate is a strong word. I try to stay away
or
from
you
it.
started liking me.
That one more so. Uh, One of the things that Lalit and Raman, both you mentioned, every person learns and reads differently. There is no standard rule. Some people like to have the new generation to have it on their phones. Some like Kindle version. I come from a very old school background. I need to have the hard copy of the books with me in order to process and reflect on the books. So before we go into the next topic, maybe to our readers and listeners as well, what is your favorite reading style or format? Is it audiobook, podcast? How do you read and learn? Or are you like me who like to have the hard copy, otherwise you're not able to process the content 100%? I see that one of our colleagues is also talking about 48 Laws of Power. That's a very, very controversial, very, very powerful, and yes, a great book by a very sophisticated author. There are some great learning for advanced readers there. So a lot of hard copy fans are with us today. Cam Babra is also with us. Great to have you. Audiobook, hard copy. Lalit, are you with me on hard copy or you're switching like no, on audio? I'm 50-50 on that. I love Audible as well. Like, if you see these days, there are so many, even if you go on all those Spotify, there are so many nice podcasts, so many nice, even the book has even Rich Dad Poor Dad Audible version is also there. So okay. I would say a mix, keeping in mind the time you have. Even athlete in the morning, if you're doing a half an hour walk, at least you can listen. Absolutely.
And
As long as you're reading and growing, I'm happy to hear that. Raman, you raised your hand. Was it for
Yeah,
hard copy or?
no, I'm a hardcore hard copy fan. I'll tell you like what I need. I need an hard copy. I need an highlighter, and I need my reading glasses.
Okay.
And
How about
that
snacks,
is
Raman?
the
How do you
three.
enjoy reading? Do you need snacks, coffee, tea,
No,
or no?
yeah, just cool, calm, quiet. Sometime I go into my basement. I have some of my favorite chairs over there, or some of the favorite hammocks there. So I go and that's I think when you're going through the hard copy, you feel connect with the book. And I think it's very, very important to highlight, because when you are highlighting, then you are actually putting a double impression into your memory. And I personally believe, Mirwais, if you really want to understand any book, you have to read that book at least 3 times, especially books in English, because we think in Hindi. So if I'm reading a book in English, I have to first read English and then translate into my mind in Hindi to understand it. Right?
That's most immigrants will relate to that, Raman. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But again, just to reiterate for fans, colleagues, team members who've joined us, viewers, these sessions are designed to really encourage a culture of reading. If you want to grow in life and be an amazing leader, every leader will have a reading list with them, whether you're looking at Obama, whether you're looking at Elon Musk, whether you go to any successful entrepreneur, they will tell you that books have changed their life for the better. So we absolutely encourage you. In Save Max, we promote this book reading and encourage each other to read books and talk about this in our training sessions to ensure that we are continually fed with positive, constructive learning.
Yes.
And so one-on-one, we will try to recommend and encourage Raman to share with us his favorite learnings. A lot of people, Raman, want to learn from you, but I think you are giving them back by saying this is how you've grown as an individual, as a professional, by reading the books that you recommend.
So, Mirwais, why don't we do one thing today? Like, I have a good collection of books. Anybody, and I always recommend. Like, a lot of time people they ask me, like, what gift I should bring for you. I always tell them, guys, please, if you want to bring anything, bring me a book. Right? That is the most precious gift which somebody can offer. And even especially when you're going to the kids birthday and all this stuff, like now I have started encouraging Shreya, Krish, and so that they also can get a habitual, or they can get an understanding of reading, like, or importance of reading books at an early age. So aaj Mirwais, sorry, sometime I just come on to Hindi. I understand Mirwais Hindi is not that efficient as ours. He is an subtitle Bollywood guy. So, but meanwhile, I think I really appreciate all the discussion. I think we have Sabah as well with us. Oh, Shafaq.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Shafaq. Good evening. How are you?
Good, good. How are you? How are you guys doing? Loving the book discussions. I'm actually, for 2025, it'll be my goal to at least read one book and share on social media my thoughts and my process, thought process. Like you guys said, I feel that a lot of the impact on the book depends on the reader and how they
Yes.
kind of interpret what is being said. Like I had mentioned about the 48 Laws of Power. I feel like if that book gets into the a wrong kind of person, it could be very controversial, right? It could it could ignite lots of negativity. But I feel like if it goes into the hands of a person that really needs that empowerment, it could also do a lot of good for them. So 100% agree with you guys on a lot of the power is in the reader's hands.
So, Shafak, you said you have one book in mind for 2025. Did you say that you have the plan to read one book per year, or that was
Per
per
month.
day?
Per month.
Per month. Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty decent target.
Per month.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I want to be realistic. I would love to read a book a week, but I have to be realistic.
So let me ask you, Shafaq, a question. So I'll give you three options. One option is an autobiography of a successful leader or an entrepreneur. Second book is about the business and entrepreneurship, but not an autobiography. And the third one is a spiritual book. If I have to give you an option out of these three, which one would you pick?
Spiritual book.
Spiritual book?
Like a spiritual book, once you get spiritual enlightenment, that helps you in many aspects of your life.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
So I am going to give to you a wonderful spiritual book by Swami Vivekanand, and you would love reading it.
Thank you so much.
And
Can't wait.
let me share something more interesting with you, Shafaq. I have started listening to Quran to
Very nice.
understand it, what is written there, what is the intent, like, and how it has been expressed. So, and it has given me a lot of insight about various religions, various thought process, the way the life is. So, and those that knowledge always helps you to become a better human being.
For sure.
Yeah, fantastic. That's great. I really
Thank
appreciate
you so
it.
much.
So
Looking
we
forward to
have
it.
Lashika and Kavi with us as well here on TikTok. Lashika, how are you? Kavi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kavi. So, Kavi, what is your take on the book reading? Kavi said, I don't care. I am just TikTok.
I can hear you guys well as well now.
Lashika, can you hear me?
Yes.
So, Kavi, आपका क्या take है books reading के ऊपर?
No, definitely, books are a great way to understand the life. It is, and also books has a beauty that when you're reading, you are understanding what the writer is saying, but also you're putting your own perspective because you're reading it in your own way.
Right. Absolutely.
Definitely. And well, I'm more of a listener, so I like audible. So, I like to watch documentaries. I'm more into that.
Yeah.
Like by nature. But definitely, Bhagavad Gita I have read, and every time I have any
if I'm stuck in something, Bhagavad Gita always helps me to come out of it.
That's fantastic. That's great. Excellent. So, Lashika, what is your take on that?
Also, sir, I want to add, I also feel very connected, very, very, very connected with Osho documentaries. I have been listening to him lately a lot, and I felt like amazing.
He's in another level. Like,
I feel like he came a little bit too early.
yes.
Now people can understand him. At that time, people were not getting what he's trying to say. That's what I felt.
Meanwhile,
Yes.
if you ever get a chance to listen to Osho, I will give you a strong recommendation to listen Ashtavakra Gita. So that is something different. It's not that Gita, it's an Ashtavakra Gita. But the way Osho explained, that was next level.
Absolutely. In many years ago, I've read Osho, but I will catch up once again because I have recollection of reading a couple of the books, but it's been a while. I know you talk about this a lot.
So why don't we
Back on my list.
we have a lot of viewers on Instagram and TikTok and on another social media platform. So let's do one thing. Let me ask you a question, and if anybody will give the right answer, we will send them a beautiful a good gift to them and a wonderful book by Osho. So, and please guys, just be fair to each other. Don't go search on internet and then answer it. I leave it on to your own, I would say, the judgment or your own honesty.
Yeah.
How many books Osho read in his life? If anybody can give me that answer, and if that answer is correct, I will send you an Osho book at your home. Shafak, do you have any idea? Any answer you have?
In all honesty, no.
Kavi, do you know how many books Osho read?
Sorry, I put you on mute. No, I don't have any idea, but I think it's unlimited. I'm very positive he read pretty much.
Okay, we got an fantastic comments by one of our friends, Shark Tank. I saw one drama, Jhalyan the Tabbar, very nice drama. When I saw you guys, I don't know why I remember that. Shark Tank, thank you very much. We are actually the same people, which the drama which you saw. We all are the Jhalyan the Tabbar, and we all actually participated into that. So you are not making any mistake, my friend. You are absolutely right, and your memory is so fantastic, and I think your correlation is amazing. So I really appreciate your smartness, your intelligence, and such a fantastic job you have done. Keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Good job. So I am getting some answers here. People are saying,
We are so popular. Sir,
huh?
sorry. We don't know we are so popular that people are already making drama on us. We are so popular, people are already making drama on us.
Okay. All right. So I am getting some answers here. People are saying 100,000 books read by Osho. That is not the right answer, guys. It's wrong answer. It's not 100,000. Somebody gave an answer 0. I don't think so. I can see another answer. Osho read by Neelam Shah on it's on Facebook. It says Osho read 150,000 books. Guys, anybody wants to give an answer, please? Sort of, that is a very vague answer. More than 100,000. It is absolutely more than 100,000, by the way. So Osho read more than 100,000 books, but I'm looking for the exact number. And somebody said 250. I'm not too sure if you mean to say 250,000 or you're going to say 250. Not sure about it. Gil is saying get ready. Thank you very much, Gil Saab. I'm not sure get ready for what. Somebody saying 1.5 million. Invest with Pearl is saying 150K. And anybody else, guys, who want to answer that? Lalit, do you have any idea?
Honestly, Ramanji, no idea. To be
Okay.
very honest.
Lashika, do you have any idea how many books Osho read?
I just googled it.
Ah, don't tell me the answer then.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna say it. I didn't know before that, but when I was reading, I googled it.
Yes, and guys, you will be so surprised to know the number of books which Osho read is 150,000 books. 150,000 books.
Wow.
So do me a favor, guys. Just do me a favor.
Library.
Go and do some calculations. Divide 150,000 by 365. So that will give you a number of books which he read in 1 year. And if Osho lived for 100 years, technically he read pretty much 5 books. He did not live for 100 years though. But if somebody lived for 100 years and read 5 books a day, on an average, I'm telling you, and read for 300 days, that is what is going to make 150,000 books. Just imagine. And when you are listening to Osho or any other intellectual person like him, just think about it. You are getting knowledge of that many books, right? So speaking of books, why don't you suggest us few books to start reading from? NW is saying. So NW, I will give you 5 books to read. First book is your Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Second book you should read Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavad Gita you should read at least 2 of them. Uh, Third book I would suggest you, there's an amazing book by Sadhguru named Death. That's also another amazing book which I loved, and I'm going to read it again. Many Lives, Many Masters, which is another beautiful book. And if you are an entrepreneur, I would strongly, strongly recommend you to go and read Elon Musk. That's a very dynamic book. Also, I like reading autobiographies and biographies. So I read Mahatma Gandhi. I read Subhash Chandra Bose. It's like almost 1,000-page book for Subhash Chandra Bose. So that gives you a different kind of perspective, right? So again, Shark Tank is saying, "Oh my God, you have so much positivity. I even called you Jhalla, the tubber. You answered so perfectly." Thank you, my friend. Shark Tank साहब आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. और मुझे अच्छा लगा कि आपको जो है आप इतने अच्छे से मेरी बात को जो है आगे रेसिप्रोकेट कर रहे हैं. Fantastic. Read all of them except Mahatma Gandhi. Shark Tank is saying that is, I take my word back. Yeah, you don't need to take your word back. Come on, man. It's like fun. Let's enjoy. So please don't feel offended. Don't feel sorry for it. You've done a fantastic job. I love you. And I love your name, by the way. So NW is saying, so glad you named few. Guys, today we are going to have another discussion. This session, we kept it only for 15 minutes. We have to have another discussion. Impact of immigration. See, I have really worked hard, pull up some data, made some notes about the immigration. We are going to talk very interesting discussion on the immigration as well. So the last Prophet Muhammad, did you read this book? No, I didn't read that, my friend Iqbalji. But you know, I am listening to Quran because मुझे लगता है कि मैं अगर उसको सुनूंगा, उसकी ट्रांसलेशन को सुनूंगा कुरान की और उसके बाद उसको पढ़ना शुरू करूंगा, तो I think it will be more impactful for me. So let's see. So anyway, somebody is saying KK Jain, not possible, he was a liar. No chat GPT was available of summaries. Come on, KK Jain साहब, chill out man यार. अगर देखो, चलो मैंने माना कि उसने 1.5 लाख नहीं पढ़ी, उसने थोड़ा बहुत झूठ भी बोल दिया होगा यार. It's okay. Come on, who cares? आप यार ये देखो कि उसके पास इंटेलेक्ट कितना है. आप कभी उसकी बात सुनोगे, ओशो की बात सुनोगे तो दीवाने हो जाओगे यार. जो उसका सोचने का तरीका, जो उसका एक्सप्रेस वे ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन, द डायलॉग डिलीवरी, what this guy had. Oh my God. Yeah, he was actually, he was born 100 years before. I wish he would have been born today. तो अभी शायद हो भी गया हो दोबारा उसका जन्म, पता नहीं.
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, so guys, I think thank you very much. First of all, I really appreciate it कि आप सब लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया. अच्छा, जिन जिन का भी 150,000 का आंसर था, उनमें से हम सबको पिक करेंगे, उनका एक ड्रॉ निकालेंगे और जिसका भी नाम उस ड्रॉ में निकला उसको हम एक बुक भेजने वाले हैं. राइट? अगर बहुत ज्यादा लोग नहीं हुए तो मैं 3-4 भी भेज दूंगा, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार. बुक्स तो वैसे भी हमें बांटते रहना चाहिए. अच्छा, बहुत सारे दोस्तों के क्वेश्चन आ रहे, कहते हैं कुछ रियल एस्टेट की भी बात हो जाए. यार देखो, रियल एस्टेट की बात तो हम रोज करते रहते हैं. रियल एस्टेट की बात हम तब शुरू करेंगे जब हमारे पास 1500 लाइक हो जाएंगे. ठीक है कभी टिकटॉक के ऊपर कभी.
Likes, guys. Hello. Can you please, guys, please tap, press some likes. Really appreciate it. You know, 300 likes, like seriously. Shark Tank, अब आप पे तो likes बनते हैं 200-300. अब आप हमारे दोस्त बन गए हो.
अच्छा, शफाक, any anything you want to share, or otherwise let's move our discussion towards impact of immigration in Canada ऑन रियल स्टेट, क्योंकि बहुत सारे दोस्तों ने ये क्वेश्चन पूछा था कल परसों के मेरे लाइव सेशन के अंदर. सो मैंने सोचा कि उसके ऊपर कुछ मटेरियल रेडी करते हैं, कुछ आप लोगों से डिस्कशन करते हैं, क्योंकि अभी रिसेंटली जस्टिन ट्रूडो ने जो अनाउंसमेंट किया था कि वी गोना रेस्ट्रिक्ट द नंबर ऑफ इमिग्रेंट्स टू 380,000 इन कनाडा. सो आफ्टर दैट मार्केट के अंदर बहुत सारी चर्चा चल रही है. अच्छा, ये जो हमारे शार्क टैंक वाले दोस्त हैं, मैं आपको ये शार्क टैंक का एक ये भी दिखा देता हूँ, बाई चांस मेरे सामने ही पड़ा है. देखो ये एक हमारे पास भी शार्क है, इसका नाम क्या है? I hope everybody can see on different platforms. Can you see, Kavi? Shifa, can you see that?
Yes, Raman Dua.
Raman Dua.
Yes, now I can. Yes, yes.
So we have a shark here too.
तो शार्क टैंक आपके मित्र बन गया.
Yes. Okay. So, Lalit, फर्स्ट व्हाट्स योर टेक? ये जो इमिग्रेशन का नंबर 380,000 किया है, इसका क्या इंपैक्ट पड़ने वाला है रियल एस्टेट की मार्केट के ऊपर? आप कैसे देखते हो इसको?
रमन जी, ऑनेस्टली मार्केट में ये आजकल बड़ा वो बना हुआ है कि इसके बाद फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये था कि जी स्टूडेंट्स को वापस भेज रहे हैं, और उसके बाद ये था कि जी इमिग्रेंट्स कम हो जाएंगे तो रियल एस्टेट पे बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट हो जाएगा. बट अगर हम नंबर्स देखें तो ये कोई छोटा नंबर नहीं है रमन जी. और आई विल स्टिल से it is a huge number keeping in mind the kind of the size of the population we have. This is still a decent number. I don't see कि इससे कोई ज्यादा बिल्कुल ही जो मार्केट में लग रहा है कि जी पता नहीं क्रैश ही हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. That's what I feel.
अच्छा guys, let's first of all give a round of applause for Meerwise for his great contribution in today's show. And I think he's logged out. But Meerwise, we really appreciate all your efforts, hard work, and all your participation into today's shows about book reading. So guys, अगली week से हम क्या करने वाले हैं कि next week, and I will post that on my social media in advance. We are going to pick up one book which I have read or which somebody else has read, and we are going to talk about that book, right? So let's see how the things happen, how the things shape up, and we will have some interesting discussion. All right. And now let's talk about immigration. So guys, let me share some data with you. So I have pulled up the statistics of immigrants. It is the immigration statistics from last 23 years. 23 years. So in year 2001, 2000 to 2001, this was approximately 250,000. And that is the average which is going on from last almost until 2021. The number of immigrants in 2021, in 2020, 2021 were approximately 200,000. And in 2022 and 2023, these are the 2 years when the number of immigrants has gone as high as 400 to 450,000. So there was only 2 years. So even like अगर मैं बात करूं 2019 2020 की, it was approximately 230-40,000. If I talk about 2018 2019, it was around close to 300,000, I would say. So on an average, they were going in between 250 to 300,000. First of all, let's understand that जो स्टैट्स कनाडा की रिपोर्ट है उसके मुताबिक approximately 23% of Canada's total population, which becomes 8.3 million, is made up of immigrants right now, who are either on as a permanent resident or who are on, but they are not citizens, I would say. So 8.3 million, this is the statistics of 2021, right? अब आप सोच के देखो, ये जो 23% है और अगले 5-10 साल के अंदर इसका जो नंबर है, it is going to be approximately 30%. So it is going to increase more. But अगर मैं लास्ट 10 साल से एवरेज कंपेयर करूं, other than 2022 and 2023, the number of immigrants entering into this country was on an average somewhere in between 225,000 to 250,000. Now Justin Trudeau make a recent announcement that they're gonna restrict the number of immigrants to 380,000, right? और जो immigrants हैं
वो कैनेडियन इकोनॉमी के अंदर अप्रोक्सीमेटली $300 बिलियन का कंट्रीब्यूशन है, जो स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे आते हैं, जो इमिग्रेंट्स कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं, एंड स्पेशली लाइक इनटू द जॉब मार्केट, लाइक वेयर देयर आर द बेसिक जॉब्स, लॉट ऑफ दोस बेसिक जॉब्स आर डन बाय द इमिग्रेंट्स. सो आपको क्या लगता है कि ये 380,000 का जो नंबर है, क्या ये बहुत थोड़ा नंबर है कि जिससे मार्केट के ऊपर बहुत बड़ा और ये क्यों किया उन्होंने, इस बात को भी अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत जरूरी है. बिकॉज दैट ऑल ऑफ अ सडन दे इंक्रीज द नंबर टू ऑलमोस्ट डबल, राइट, फ्रॉम 200 and average 200,000 they took it to 480,000. सो जब उन्होंने वो 480,000 किया, 2 साल उतने इमिग्रेंट्स आए, they realized that they are putting a lot of pressure and burden on the system. चाहे वो हाउसिंग है, चाहे वो दूसरी फैसिलिटीज हैं, चाहे वो ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है, चाहे वो सिस्टम की रिक्वायरमेंट है, पुलिसिंग है, लॉट मेनी अदर थिंग्स गॉट इम्पैक्टेड बाय दैट. एंड Canadian system was not ready to accept that many number of immigrants into the country, which really created trouble, especially in the housing market. And that was one of the reason why, as per the estimates by Ontario government, there was a million homes shortage in Ontario. तो आप सोच के देखें कि अगर मिलियन घरों की शॉर्टेज ऑलरेडी उन लोगों से है जो ऑलरेडी कंट्री के अंदर बैठे हुए हैं, और अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं 3,80,000 इमिग्रेंट बुलाने की, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि कोई इसका बहुत ज्यादा बड़ा इंपैक्ट होने वाला है? हाँ, इसका इंपैक्ट एक पॉजिटिव होने वाला है कि जो आगे घरों की शॉर्टेज होनी है वो उतनी हाई पेस पे नहीं होगी जितनी हाई पेस पे अभी हुई है. बट स्टिल आई पर्सनली बिलीव 380,000 is a very big number of immigrants. और अभी तो ये बहुत सारा पॉलिटिकल स्टंट है, अभी इसमें बहुत सारे चेंजेस होने हैं. देखो अभी काफी बात चल रही है कि जो वर्क परमिट पे लोग हैं या जो स्टडी परमिट पे लोग हैं उनको बाहर निकालने की, जो कि अराउंड 3-4 मिलियन का नंबर है. बट गाइस, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. लाइक यू कैनॉट जस्ट मेक ए डिसीजन लाइक दैट एंड सी. सो के जैन साहब कह रहे हैं कि स्टैट्स पास्ट परफॉर्मेंस डजंट गारंटी फ्यूचर परफॉर्मेंस, एवरीथिंग इज साइक्लिकल, एवरीथिंग. बिल्कुल साहब, आपकी बात मैं मानता हूं, पर देखो आप वहां से कुछ तो कंक्लूजन निकालोगे ना यार, वहां से कुछ तो सीखोगे ना. अब आप प्रिडिक्शन कैसे करोगे, आप चीज को अंडरस्टैंड कैसे करोगे, तो भाई इट ऑल डिपेंड्स, राइट. ऑलराइट, सो गाइस, आपका क्या ओपिनियन है कि इमिग्रेशन का क्या इंपैक्ट पड़ने वाला है कैनेडियन रियल एस्टेट मार्केट के ऊपर और कैनेडियन इकोनॉमी के ऊपर इन जनरल? अच्छा, इसके रिलेटेड मैंने एक यूट्यूब के ऊपर वीडियो भी बनाया है, राइट. तो आप अगर मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाएंगे राइज विद रमन पे, तो उसमें मैंने पूरी इमिग्रेंट्स की जर्नी को एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ कि कनाडा के अंदर कब इमिग्रेंट्स ने आना शुरू किया, कैसे आना शुरू किया, क्या उनका इकोनॉमी पे इंपैक्ट था, कितना उनका इकोनॉमी पे कंट्रीब्यूशन है. तो आप प्लीज वहां पे जाके वो वीडियो देखें और उससे आपको बहुत अच्छा जो है वो आइडिया लग जाएगा कि इमिग्रेंट्स जो है किस तरीके से कैनेडियन इकोनॉमी को इंपैक्ट करते हैं, राइट. I would love to hear some of your answers, some of your questions onto that, and I will be very happy to answer some of them. All right. Okay. Adil Saab, I have read your point over there about the discussion which is happening about CRA. We will talk sometime on that as well. Gil Saab, thank you very much. I have gone through your point as well. We will talk about the declaration which CRA has done. We will keep it on to some other time. Today, let's stay on to the topic. Brantonian one is saying just so I am looking some of the things on Instagram. Tell us more about real estate. If there's any specific question, I'll be very happy. JR is saying, when I started reading Quran, my heart opened up immediately. That's so great. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. The magic, thank you very much. The last prophet. Let's look at some of the things on Instagram. Let's see if we have some comments on Instagram as well. That's great. And some of the comments on Facebook and YouTube. Wonderful. So anyway, अच्छा कवि जी आप अकेले रह गए हैं, बाकी कहाँ गए भी आज सारी सेम एक्स की टीम? कब कहाँ पे हो भाई, आ जाओ यार. एनीबडी वांट्स टू ज्वाइन और एनीबडी फ्रॉम एनी व्यूअर्स दे वांट टू join on the live session, please send me a message and I'll be very happy to take you over there. NW Singh Iqbal, I'm looking for Quran in English. I have one copy of Quran in English if somebody wants it. I will be very happy. Any comments? Power of sales rising, KK Jaini Singh. KK साहब बिल्कुल हम इसके ऊपर बात कर सकते हैं, बट जैसे मैंने कहा कि आज हम अगर इम्पैक्ट ऑफ इमिग्रेशन के ऊपर फोकस करें तो दैट विल बी better because it's already 8 o'clock and we have to wrap up this session in another 10-15 minutes. Okay, Lalit is asking. Okay, let me just see. Okay, grow with Lalit. Okay.
Guys, जब तक please can you kindly press some likes?
Alright. मेहुल साहब अगर बाई चांस आप कहीं आसपास हैं, I would love to take you as well. मेहुल ने मुझे बोला था कि he would love to be on the live session. अच्छा कवि, what's your take on the immigration?
Sir, I think that was something but what was needed very much. बहुत नंबर बढ़ गया था और उन्होंने कोई नंबर कम नहीं किया. अगर आप देखें, जैसे आपने स्टैट्स निकाले हैं, आपने देखा है, थोड़ा सा उसको बैलेंस करने की कोशिश की है. एज यू वेरी क्लियरली सेड कि जॉब्स की इशू आ रही थी, पुलिसिंग की इशू आ रही थी, चीजें उस हिसाब से सिस्टम नहीं उनको संभाल पा रहा था. It's a good thing that it's been reduced. So it's a good action taken by the government.
Yeah, Mehul, I've already sent you the invite, so you have to come and join me on TikTok. And I have sent an invite to Pearl as well. Pearl is from London. Pearl, check the invite I have sent you to be part of it. क्योंकि साहब इन द मीन वाइल आपके पॉइंट के ऊपर भी मैं अगर कहें तो थोड़ी सी रोशनी डाल ही देता हूँ. पावर ऑफ सेल का जो है, थोड़ी बहुत पावर ऑफ सेल्स का नंबर जो है गाइस इंक्रीज हुआ है, बट मेजोरिटी ऑफ दोस पावर ऑफ सेल्स आर नॉट फ्रॉम द बैंक, नॉट फ्रॉम द स्टैंडर्ड बैंक. दोज आर ईदर द प्राइवेट मॉर्गेजेस और द प्राइवेट लेंडर्स. सो उनका नंबर जो है काफी थोड़ा सा मुझे देखने में मिला है. तो व्हाट डज दैट मीन कि जिन लोगों ने ओवर लेवरेज किया अपने आप को, दे हैड सम इश्यू कि उन्होंने प्राइवेट पे उठा लिया. अब जब उनकी रिन्यूअल का टाइम आया तो एट दैट टाइम दे वर नॉट एबल टू गो टू द स्टैंडर्ड बैंक or they get into the trouble. Okay, somebody is saying, how does your team sell condo townhomes? देखिए आप कवि जी के साथ कांटेक्ट करें और वो मेक श्योर करेंगे कि आपके यहाँ सेल का साइन लगाएंगे और सोल्ड का साइन लगा देंगे. आप इंस्टाग्राम पे ललित जी से कांटेक्ट करें, ये सेल के साथ ही सोल्ड का साइन लगा देते हैं. हमारी टीम बहुत एफिशिएंट है यार, दे आर लाइक क्लासी पीपल. मेहुल आपको मेरा इनवाइट क्यों नहीं मिला यार? मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी भेजा है. ओके, फॉलो बैक, लेट मी सी इफ यू गेट इट नाउ. नाउ आई एम नॉट कैंसलिंग द इनविटेशन. ओके, मेहुल शाह, आई कैन सी द इनवाइट टू यू. All right, so guys, if you have any questions related to impact of immigration, I would be very happy. अच्छा, ये हमारे यूजर भाई साहब फिर आ गए. यू गेव नो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर ऑफ 2.99. डोंट गोलमोल द टॉपिक. यार इतना तो उस दिन समझा के भेजा यार, और उस दिन तो मैंने सब कुछ बता दिया ताकि कंपटीशन को भी पता चल जाए. अब यार आप ऐसे तो बात मत करो कि यार हमें काम तो करने दो ना यार. My dear friend, I don't appreciate your comments. User 1726, I humbly request you not to use any anti-social language, I would say. Please stay in your limits. आपकी हो सकता है मदर यहाँ बैठी हो, आपकी सिस्टर यहाँ बैठी हो, आपके कोई परिवार का बैठा हो, आप ही की तरह अपना नाम हाइड करके, उनको अच्छा नहीं लगेगा अगर आप इस तरह के कमेंट यहाँ पे डालेंगे. ठीक है? और हम सबके घरों में यार, हमारे सबके घरों में फीमेल्स हैं और हमें सबका ध्यान रखना चाहिए. और मेरी हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे हाथ जोड़ के कि आप प्लीज अपने कमेंट्स आप हटा लें, और अगर आप दोबारा ऐसे शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करेंगे तो फिर मेरे पास एक जो है ब्लॉक बटन है, फिर आपको कभी भी अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिलेगी यहाँ पे आके कुछ भी ऐसे बोलने की. अच्छा, डू यू हेल्प और नो समवन हु हेल्प इन फंडिंग एंड लाइसेंसिंग फॉर स्टार्टअप? जी बिल्कुल, आप So thank you very much. User 172 is saying okay, I won't just because of your humble request. I appreciate it. और मैं हाथ जोड़ के आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवादी हूँ. Brampton one is saying sir you only refer कवि और all अभी और कोई रियल्टर नहीं है, that is why कवि. नहीं, अभी सिर्फ कवि जी थे, इधर ललित जी थे, तो मैंने ललित जी को भी रिकमेंड किया है. हमारे जो रीत हैं, बहुत सारी बार रीत हमारे साथ ज्वाइन करती हैं, उनको मैंने रिकमेंड किया है. हमारे एक और बड़े अमेजिंग रियल्टर हैं शफाक, उनको मैंने बहुत बार रिकमेंड किया है. यार हमारे सब टीम मेंबर्स एक से बढ़ के एक हैं यार. क्यों कवि, am I right? So कवि, if you have to recommend two realtors from Samex, who are you going to recommend?
If I have to choose two realtors from Samex, actually मेहुल मुझे नजर आ रहे थे अभी, मैं मेहुल को recommend करूंगी. Very smart guy, very very smart guy. So I will recommend him, and definitely I will recommend Shafaq.
Wonderful, that's great. So अब देख लो, अब मैं कवि को रिकमेंड कर रहा हूँ, कवि शफाक और मेहुल को रिकमेंड कर रही है. तो यही तो सेवमैक्स की ब्यूटी है गाइस, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई से यू शुड ज्वाइन सेवमैक्स. ऑलराइट, दैट्स ग्रेट. सो अभी इधर नीलम जी आपके क्वेश्चन का भी मैं अभी देखता हूं. व्हाई डोंट यू रिकमेंड गगन, शी डिड सो मच फॉर कवि, एंड व्हाई नॉट जीके? Yeah, Gagan and GK, they both are amazing team members as well. Both the girls are like full of energy, full of. अब यार दो बोला यार, अब किसी को तो अब देखो like you know that is what the, अब यार आप किसी को भी बोलेंगे तो आप तो कुछ भी निकाल दोगे यार उसमें से.
सर मैं इसको जवाब दूं, गगन और जीके मैं ही हूँ.
There
अगर
you
वो
go.
मुझे recommend करे तो हम एक ही परिवार है, तो doesn't matter. वैसे हम सारे एक ही परिवार हैं.
Yes,
It does not matter.
wonderful, wonderful. अच्छा ललित, आपका क्या टेक है भाई? What is your take on the impact of immigration on real estate market?
रमन जी, आई थिंक मैंने पहले भी शेयर किया था कि कोई इतना बड़ा नंबर जो नहीं है कि जो हमें लग रहा है कि पता नहीं बहुत ही रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, बट बिकॉज ऑफ स्पेसिफिकली अगर आप डोमिनेंट मार्केट्स की बात कर रहे हैं जो मेजर शेयर गिविंग है टू द ओवरऑल कंट्री, ज्यादा इमिग्रेशन अगर आप फ्लो का देखें विद इन दोज नंबर्स, आई विल रिक्वेस्ट यू कि आप नंबर शेयर करो कि उसमें से जीटीए में कितने लोग आ रहे हैं आउट ऑफ दैट टोटल नंबर, उसमें से बीसी कितने जा रहे हैं, उसमें से अल्बर्टा कितने जा रहे हैं. Probably then we will see the total impact अगर हम real estate की बात करें, because we have to see the total dominant market as well, जो कि overall contributing markets है for the whole country. And अगर ज्यादा immigrants अगर ओंटारियो में आ रहे हैं और सारा कुछ वही है, तो I don't see any कोई major उसमें impact shift होगा. That's what I feel.
अच्छा, एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन आया, हालांकि टॉपिक से हट गया, बट आई थिंक वी शुड टॉक अबाउट इट. कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट अर्ली इलेक्शन? एब्सोल्युटली, टू माय अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई थिंक वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट अर्ली इलेक्शन. हो सकता है, कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है यार, जैसी हालात बन रही हैं. मैं मोस्टली पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में बात नहीं करता हूं, बट अभी थोड़ा सा आजकल गर्मा गर्मी चल रही है, तो जस्टिन ट्रूडो के ऊपर काफी प्रेशर है, और सबसे अच्छी बात है कि जगमीत सिंह जी का भी प्रेशर है उसके ऊपर, और हालांकि वो बातों को घुमा फिरा रहे हैं इधर उधर, बहुत सारी चीजों को वो लाइक दे आर नॉट पुलिंग द सपोर्ट फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट दो, बट आई थिंक मुझे जो लग रहा है कि आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं मार्च और अप्रैल के मंथ में कहीं ना कहीं इलेक्शन होने के चांसेस हैं. रमन सर, आर यू कंजर्वेटिव और लिबरल? क्या बात है यार, आपने इतना घटिया क्वेश्चन पूछा है ना. सॉरी, मैं क्षमा मांगता हूं आपसे ऐसा शब्द इस्तेमाल करने के लिए. देखो भाई, मैं किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को अभी तक बिलोंग नहीं करता हूं, और मेरे जो बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं वो कंजर्वेटिव में भी हैं, बहुत सारे दोस्त जो है मेरे लिबरल में भी हैं, और बहुत सारे दोस्त मेरे एनडीपी में भी हैं. एंड यार देखो, हम हैं बिजनेस के लोग, और हमारे को सबके साथ बना के रखनी पड़ती है. मैं बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड अपफ्रंट एक बात बता रहा हूँ, राइट? तो भाई हमारा तो वही हाल है कि भाई जहां हमारे दोस्त हैं वही हमारी पार्टी है, और हर पार्टी में मेरे बहुत अच्छे फ्रेंड सर्कल भी है, हमारा आना जाना भी होता है, और आप कभी भी देखेंगे सेमएक्स की पार्टी में आपको हर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के लोग मिल जाएंगे. कम ऑन मैन, इट्स नॉट गोना हर्ट यू, यू आर ऑलरेडी ए मिलियनियर. यार अब तो मिलियनियर पे अटके रहोगे क्या? सर, आई मिस्ड योर लाइव सेशन द अदर डे इन रिगार्ड्स टू मॉर्गेज रेट. मोनिका जी, आप इंस्टाग्राम पे जाएं, वो पूरे का पूरा सेशन वहां पे रिकॉर्डेड पड़ा है, आप उसको देखें. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सेशन था उस दिन, बहुत सारे दोस्तों ने जो है वो ज्वाइन किया. अच्छा, मेहुल को हम यहाँ पकड़ने की कोशिश करते हैं यार, ये इधर हथे नहीं आ रहा है हमारे. लेट्स ट्राई टू के जैन जी कह रहे हैं रिगार्डिंग हाँ, हमने पकड़ लिया मेहुल साहब को, पकड़ लिया मेहुल साहब को, इंस्टाग्राम पे आ गए हैं वो।
टेक्निकल इश्यू।
हाँ, मेहुल साहब केम छो?
ऑल गुड सर।
मजा में छो?
मजा में।
वंडरफुल। सो मेहुल, आपका क्या टेक है इमिग्रेंट्स के ऊपर की इमिग्रेशन जो है, जो अभी ये लेटेस्ट अनाउंसमेंट हुई थी 380,000 की, आपको क्या लगता है कितना इंपैक्ट आएगा? और उससे पहले मेहुल, आई विल टेक कपल ऑफ योर मिनट्स, क्योंकि आप भी बहुत अच्छी बुक रीडिंग मैंने देखा करते हो, तो आपका बुक रीडिंग पे क्या 2 मिनट आप जरूर लगाओ यार।
Definitely, Blue Book. I would say personally, book reading is kind of it's a medication, like it's a mental medication. Or Raman ji, we talk time to time too. Like I'm also reading book time to time, and the one book I just finished reading is Art of Laziness, and that's very good book. And it's the word it says Art of all are lazy.
ये तो मेरे मतलब की बुक है यार, आर्ट ऑफ लेजीनेस। मुझे सीखना है कि लेजी कैसे होना है।
But say they analyze the laziness a different perspective. So I think it's very helpful, but it is very very like appealing to everyone.
हाँ, that's good. आके I will order that book very soon. And अगर आपने पढ़ी है तो उसका ये भाई HSJAJAK, मेरे दोस्त, यार ये ऐसे ऐसे शब्दों का इस्तेमाल मत करो। हमने बहुत पहले छोड़ दिया यार ऐसे शब्द इस्तेमाल करने, तो मेरी आपसे हाथ जोड़ की गुजारिश है कि प्लीज, माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर कि आप थोड़ा सा इस चीज को समझेंगे, और प्लीज मैं आपसे हाथ जोड़ के गुजारिश करता हूं, नहीं तो देखो फिर मैं आपको ब्लॉक कर दूंगा, ठीक है? तो आप अगर ये शब्द हटा लो तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं हटाओगे तो फिर मैं ब्लॉक कर दूंगा। मोनिका सिंह जी कह रही हैं, गाइस प्लीज बी कर्टियस, आई टोल्ड हिम डोंट से बैड वर्ड। थैंक यू यूजर 172, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। देखो आज का देखो कितना अच्छा इंपैक्ट है। पहले हमारे जो दोस्त हैं ये यूजर 172 ने कुछ ऐसे शब्द लिखे, मैंने उनसे बड़े हाथ जोड़ के प्यार से गुजारिश की कि यार ऐसा मत करो। पहले तो उन्होंने खुद मुझे प्रॉमिस किया, अब देखो वो दूसरों को भी एनकरेज कर रहे हैं। गाइस, लुक एट द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ पॉजिटिविटी, लुक एट द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ बीइंग नाइस टू ईच अदर। अब देखो बहुत बार लोग मुझे बोलते हैं जी आप गलत कमेंट्स पे रिस्पॉन्ड क्यों करते हो? भाई देखो, आज हमने अपने एक भाई को तो अच्छा कर लिया ना, राइट? नहीं तो और कोई इसमें वो नहीं है। आई अंडरस्टैंड इट गाइस, योर हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट टच माय हार्ट, थैंक यू वेरी मच। और यही होना चाहिए हमारी जिंदगी में कि हम अगर कोई हमसे आके बुरे तरीके से भी व्यवहार करे, बुरे तरीके से भी बात करे, तो हम पहले कोशिश जरूर करें कि हम अपने बुरे इंसान को बाहर ना आने दें। देखो हम सबके अंदर एक अच्छा इंसान है, एक बुरा इंसान है, और कौन सा बाहर आता है? जिसको हम आने देते हैं। तो मैं तो कोशिश करता हूं अपने बुरे इंसान को वहीं दबा के रखूं। अच्छा, दी वेरिएंटर प्रो वटेवर जो भी है, विदाउट इमिग्रेंट्स कैनेडा वुड स्टिल बी अनइनहैबिटेड फार्मलैंड ऑक्यूपाइड बाय काउस। फिर देखो काउस भी कहां से आती है यार? वो काउस भी बेचारी मर जाती है अगर होते नहीं इमिग्रेंट्स तो मुझे तो लगता है कि उसके बिना जंगल ही होता है यहाँ पे। और ये हम सबको पता है कि कनाडा जो है पूरा इमिग्रेंट से ही बना हुआ है। और अभी मैंने कुछ डाटा भी शेयर किया था, लास्ट 12-13 साल का डाटा मैंने आपके साथ शेयर किया है, कुछ मैंने फाइनेंशियल फिगर शेयर किए हैं, कुछ मैंने आपको परसेंटेजेस बताई हैं। तो मेरा तो ये ओपिनियन है कि यार इससे थोड़ा बहुत इंपैक्ट तो पड़ेगा जो रेंटल मार्केट है, पर हाउसिंग मार्केट की जो सेल परचेज पे इतना इंपैक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा। अच्छा, साहिर जी क्या कह रहे हैं? रमन जी, the Canadian dollar goes further down, do you think we will get more US buyers? Oh yes, absolutely, it can be, it can happen, absolutely. Monica ji keh rahi hai, as interest rate gets better, seems like in next 6 months they will get better. Yes. Fun fact, Brampton is only city in Ontario where space station on financial and 407. भाई मुझे आपकी बात समझ नहीं आई दोस्त। अच्छा मेहुल, आप प्लीज कैरी ऑन करें, कुछ आपसे मैं सुनना चाहता हूँ।
No, definitely. Books. I was part of the session, but some technical thing I could not join. But that was a very good session, Raman. I think we should continue to do that.
Yes.
But as far as immigration is concerned, I also agree with you.
देखो आप लोग मेरे से इसलिए तो एग्री नहीं कर रहे कि आप लोग रिएक्टर हो, आपको लग रहा है कि आपका धंधा खराब ना हो जाए। धंधों की बात है।
No, but we know that, you know the fact, right? This is a bread and butter. education is a fundamental, is a foundation of Canadian economy or Canadian political, whatever you say. So आपने जो बोला कि I think they are planning to release some 300 to 400 million immigrants, but I don't think, and they don't have like tools to deport them all overnight. So I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
And that's also accepted by the minister also, right?
यार देखो ये ना बहुत सारी चीजें होती है। अब मैं आपको एक छोटी सी बात बताता हूँ। अभी जैसे हम ट्रम्प की बात कर रहे हैं कि ट्रम्प ने स्टेटमेंट दे दी जी हम कनाडा को 51st स्टेट बना देंगे, हाँ जी हम 25% है। देखो अभी वो प्रेसिडेंट नहीं बने हैं भाई साहब, अभी वो प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट है। जिस दिन वो ऑफिस में जाके उसको ऑफिस बेरर हो जाएंगे, उस दिन उनके सराउंडिंग में बहुत सारी जुडिशरी, बहुत सारे एडवाइजर्स, बहुत सारा सरकारी तामझाम हो जाता है। फिर वो उनको बताते हैं साहब आपको ऐसे नहीं बोलना चाहिए था, इसका ये इंपैक्ट होगा। अभी तो वो खुला सांड है जैसे मर्जी जो मर्जी कह ले।
Correct, I agree.
Right?
But I think, and we have seen that too, most of the property from real estate point of view purchased by the new immigrants, and they are smart, hardworking. They believe in saving, so they want the first house in Canada.
अच्छा मेहुल, अगर बाई चांस, सॉरी मैं आपको इंटरप्ट कर रहा हूं, अगर बाई चांस कनाडा जो है 51st स्टेट बन गया, हालांकि चलो मजाक की बात है, मुझे लगता तो नहीं ऐसा होगा, तो हम सबको तो ग्रीन कार्ड मिल जाएगा अमेरिका का फिर तो हमें ग्रीन कार्ड मिलेगा, सिटीजनशिप देंगे?
मेरे हस्बैंड तो पहले ही सिटीजन है अमेरिका के।
क्या बात है
मेरा कोई फायदा नहीं है।
या एनीवे, अच्छा गाइस, मेहुल जी आप, हमने यार बहुत सारी चीजों पे वो कर लिया अपना, और मेरी बीवी घर पे इंतजार कर रही होगी, नहीं तो आपको पता खाना वाना तो मुझे मिलेगा नहीं आज लग रहा है।
ये कह रहे हैं $1 बिलियन की फंडिंग होगी है वहां पे।
वो आई थिंक यार वो मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है, बट मैं आई विल डेफिनेटली गो थ्रू दैट। 1 बिलियन की जो फंडिंग है स्पेस स्टेशन बता रहे हैं कोई बन रहा है। अच्छा मेहुल, कोई लिस्टिंग आप शेयर करना चाहते हैं?
We have several listings coming, right? I have one very good listing in the Mississauga. It's the heart of Mississauga, close to all the highways and everything. It's a 1014 Foxglove Place. It's a semi-detached property, and believe or not, I have almost 20 showings in the last like few days. So it's a very demanding property, strategic location. I also have the property coming in Brampton Northwest. Is a very good corner unit condo townhouse. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom, over 740 square feet, which comes with the parking. So that's also something. If you are interested, definitely contact us, or you can see the CMX listings.
Wonderful. Really appreciate Mehul. दोस्त हमारे user 172, go do some homework and grow your knowledge. बिल्कुल यार, आपने आज मुझे ये knowledge दिया. I will definitely go through that detail, and I was very serious about it कि I will read about it. तो yeah. अच्छा कभी any listing you want to share?
Absolutely, sir. I have the 2 listings which is coming this week, both in Brampton. One is a detached 5-bedroom, 5-washroom with legal basement of 3-bedroom apartment in Credit Valley area. Second one also in Credit Valley area. It's a townhome, 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, 2-story next to GO station. Both listings are amazing. If you're a first-time home buyer or second-time home buyer, both listings will work. And the detached one is a brand new home, and the GO station one is about 10-15 years old house. Also, I have done some very good condos in downtown Toronto, as well as in Mississauga, as well as in Brampton, which are under 600,000, and they are 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. For first-time home buyers, they cannot go wrong with that, and they are brand new.
Fantastic. गाइज, अगर आपका बाई चांस आपने कोई कमेंट डाला है, क्वेश्चन डाला है और मेरे से मिस हो गया है, आई अपोलोजाइज। आप प्लीज उसको दोबारा डाल दें यहाँ पे, और अगर बाई चांस आपका कुछ पॉइंट मेरे से मिस हो जाए तो मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप उसको दोबारा डाल दें। और जो है आपको आप में से बहुत सारे दोस्त फिर से भूल गए लाइक करना, तो आप प्लीज साथ साथ लाइक करते रहें। ओके, हाउ मच कैन समवन मेक इफ दे ज्वाइन योर ब्रोकरेज एज ए रियल्टर? डेविड साहब, सिंपल सी थ्योरी है, आप हमारी ब्रोकरेज ज्वाइन करें, $0 बनाएंगे अगर काम नहीं करेंगे, मेहनत नहीं करेंगे $0 बनाएंगे, दबा के मेहनत करोगे तो $1,00,000 बना लोगे। क्यों मेहुल? ठीक है ना भाई, काम तो आपने करना है यार, हमारे पास तो प्लेटफॉर्म है, हम तो आपको सपोर्ट दे सकते हैं। अब आप ये कहो कि भाई सेम एक्स ज्वाइन करके कितने पैसे बनाऊंगा, मैं तो घर बैठा रहूंगा, कितने पैसे बनाऊंगा, फिर तो कुछ भी नहीं बनेगा मेरे दोस्त। तो ये आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि आप कितने पैसे बनाना चाहते हैं। Just want to know what kind of training you have for new realtors. My dear friend, one thing I can promise you, nobody can beat SaveMax in training. And this we proudly say. So, मैं आपको ये बताऊं कि what kind of training, तो मैं आपको ये बताता हूं कि हम कौन सी ट्रेनिंग नहीं देते हैं। हम क्लासरूम ट्रेनिंग देते हैं, मेंटरशिप देते हैं, हैंड होल्डिंग करते हैं, उसके बाद हमारी टीम्स हैं हर तरह की, राइट, जो कि मतलब रेजिडेंशियल की अलग टीम है, कमर्शियल की अलग टीम है, प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन की अलग टीम है, दुबई की अलग टीम है, विनीपेग में अलग टीम है। सो हर तरह का आपके पास एक जो है, हम वी प्रोवाइड यू ऑल दैट काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट। सो it's not that I am saying that our system is the best, but yes, I am saying our system is the best with proud. All right. हम तो गई सर जी, आई नो अदरवाइज यू आर बिजी बॉय। सेल्स कम हो गई सर जी, आई नो अदरवाइज यू आर ए बिजी बॉय। टिट्टू जी, मेरा काम सेल्स वेल्स करना नहीं होता है बहुत ज्यादा। मेरा काम आप लोगों के साथ गुफ्तगू करना है, आपको थोड़ा सा नॉलेज देना है, जितनी भी एक थोड़ी बहुत मेरे पास है। अगर आपको लगता हो तो, अगर नहीं है तो फिर तो भाई कुछ कर नहीं सकते। सो यू नो अवर आइडिया इज कि एंड ऑफ कोर्स यस, सेल्स हैज गॉन डाउन, कोई इसमें बुराई नहीं है, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन इट। 2020 वाली मार्केट से बहुत डाउन है, तो हमारे पास थोड़ा टाइम है, हमने सोचा चलो टिकटॉकर बन जाते हैं। ठीक है, तो आपका याद दिलाने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
माध्यम to connect with the public, so there's nothing wrong with it.
Davis is saying, I asked this question to compare with my current job. I understand, Davis, but see, I need to give you that answer because a lot of time, that's a very vague question. See, in any business, it all depends upon you as a person, how much you want to work hard, how much you want to make. So let's say if you want to make like $40,000, then it's up to you, right? If you want to make $100,000, you have to work more hard. So it all depends upon you. T2 is saying honest reply. Thank you, T2 जी. Of course यार, honest reply. देखो जो सच्चाई है वो मेरे कहने से तो चेंज नहीं हो जाएगी ना। अभी देखो बहुत बार हमें दोस्त बहुत सारे बोलते हैं कि जी आप तो बिजनेस के लिए करते हो। देखो आज मेरे से अगर कोई पूछता है जी मैं अपना घर बेच लूं, मैं कहता हूं अभी मत बेचो जी, 2 महीने बाद बेच लेना।
पर आई थिंक हम शायद इस तरीके से कह रहे हैं कि पहले साल में अगर आप बहुत मेहनत करते हो तो कितने पैसे बन जाते हैं। आई थिंक दैट्स प्रॉब्ली द एवरेज।
So I would say somewhere in between 75 to 100,000. अगर आप एक अबव एवरेज मेहनत करने में बिलीव करते हैं, और अगर आप एक्सेप्शनली गुड है, तो मैं मेहुल का एग्जांपल देता हूं। पहले साल इन्होंने $500,000 का छक्का लगाया था। ये भाई इमी जी पता नहीं क्या बोली जा रहे हैं यार आप। धन्यवाद जनाब आपका। खुश ज्वाइन, थैंक यू वेरी मच खुश साहब। Alright, so guys, I think we are already, what is the time right now? 8:24. We have only 6 minutes left, guys. Lalit, any listings or anything you want to share, please go ahead.
Yeah, Ramanji, we are just starting day after tomorrow one beautiful semi-detached home, और जो कि आप कह लो कि हाई डिमांड एरिया है। वैसे हम सारे कहते हैं सारे हाई डिमांड है, बट दिस इज वन ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर एरिया जो कि स्टील्स एंड फाइनेंशियल वाला एरिया, जो कि 407 से बिल्कुल आई विल से ओनली 5 मिनट्स फॉर 407, और सारी जो अमेनिटीज हैं बिल्कुल वॉकिंग डिस्टेंस पे है उस घर से। 2300 अबव ग्रेड, ब्यूटीफुल सेमी डिटैच, सारे उसमें अपग्रेड्स हैं, ब्यूटीफुल डेक बना हुआ है पीछे। तो अगर उस लिस्टिंग के बारे में, बिकॉज उस एरिया में अगर हमने टोटल लिस्टिंग देखी है सारे सेमी डिटैच देखो तो वहां पर सिर्फ एक सेमी डिटैच है इसके अलावा, तो बिकॉज दैट इज सच ए हाई डिमांड एरिया। अगर आप उस एरिया में डेफिनेटली यू वांट टू मूव इन स्टील्स फाइनेंशियल एरिया, आप हमारी टीम के साथ कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं, एंड ऑन 20th इट विल बी लाइव ऑन MLS। और दूसरी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी, अगर कुछ हमारे इन्वेस्टर फ्रेंड्स ऐसी कुछ ऑप्शंस ढूंढ रहे हैं कि अगर उन्होंने किसी के साथ पार्टनरशिप में मिलके एयरबीएनबी का बिजनेस शुरू करना हो, तो हमारे पास कुछ ऐसी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं प्री कंस्ट्रक्शन में अवेलेबल, जो कि आपको अच्छे प्राइस में हम आपको दिला सकते हैं एज अ पार्टनर। मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि आपने उसको पूरा टेक ओवर करना है 100%। एज अ पार्टनर वी हैव सम ऑप्शंस एंड इट इज ऑल रेडी विद द बैकअप ऑफ एयरबीएनबी बिजनेस। सो अगर उसके लिए कोई भी आपने पूरी डिटेल समझनी है, नंबर समझने हैं उसकी एक्सेल शीट में, हाउ इट्स गोना बी we can sit with you and we can work out all the numbers for you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
David is asking what is the process to join your brokerage. I don't have a realtor license. My dear friend, you need to have a realtor license before you start trading in real estate. So um, please make sure you get your realtor license first. And if you want to get knowledge how to get the license, go onto my YouTube channel, Rise with Raman, and I have made a complete video on how to get the real estate license in Ontario and another provinces. So you can have a look into that. Yes, user 172, I will definitely go through it, and if it is there, it will make a big impact on the Brampton economy in general. So anyway, guys, कवि जी आप अपना नंबर डाल दें, मेहुल जी आप अपना नंबर डाल दें, ललित जी आप अपना नंबर डाल दें, I would appreciate it. And then उसके बाद हम सबको सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, आदाब और जो शब्बा खैर करते हैं. And thank you very much, guys, for joining. I will keep bringing some interesting sessions. Uh, Anwar Mortgage Bro Realtor is saying, what do you think about any other company as a brokerage? भाई देखो मैं सेमैक्स के अलावा किसी कंपनी को नहीं जानता. मार्केट में कोई और रियल एस्टेट ब्रोकरेज एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती है, सिर्फ सेमैक्स है. इसके अलावा किसी की बात नहीं करनी होनी. हमें पता ही नहीं है किसी कंपनी के बारे में यार. कौन सी कंपनी हमने सुना नहीं है कभी. There's only one brokerage, there's only one real estate company in Canada, and that is called SaveMax. Okay?
मैं जाने से पहले एक लिस्टिंग शेयर कर लूं.
Yes, please.
So sir, I have this residential commercial listing in Guam, and it has 3 different projections where you can get rent. One is the mechanic shop, and there is 3 offices with 1 full washroom, and there is a house as well on the property. The total property is 0.36 acres. The rent is $15,000 monthly rent, and mechanic shop is working. It has lift, everything, all the chattels in there. So very good listing. If somebody wants to invest with $15,000 per month rental potential, you cannot go wrong.
Fantastic. All right, guys. So I am pretty sure my TikTok is gonna be giving up. So before it gives up, I would say thank you very much. Bye bye. Wish you good luck. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and keep spreading positivity. Love you all. Bye bye. Bye bye to all the people on TikTok. Bye, Kavi.
Bless you all. Bless you all. Thank you. Bless you all. Thank you.
हाँ जी, Instagram वाले हो. So, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Mehul, for joining. I know we were trying to catch up with each other from last couple of times, and I'm so happy to see you today. और जाने से पहले आप हमारे गुजराती दोस्तों को गुजराती में कुछ मैसेज दे दो. I would really appreciate it.
ડેફિનેટલી બધાને નમસ્કાર. પણ બેઝિકલી બધાને એ જ કહેવાનું છે કે આપણે ઘણી વાર મિસઅન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ હોય છે કે અત્યારે માર્કેટ નું સારું નથી, પણ જો તમે ખરેખર જેન્યુઅન બાયર હો તો ઇન્વેસ્ટ કરવા માટે બેસ્ટ ટાઈમ છે. અને ઘણી બધી ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી છે અત્યારે. તમે રિસેલના ભાવ ઘણા લો છે. જો ફરીથી ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ રેટ ડાઉન જશે તો ફર્ધર અપ જશે. અમારી પાસે પ્રી કન્સ્ટ્રક્શન પણ એવા પ્રોજેક્ટ છે, તમને 2 વર્ષની રેન્ટલ ગેરંટી વાળા છે. તમે ઓન્ટારિયોમાં ઓપ્શન છે, દુબઈમાં છે, અને અમારે યુએસએ માં પણ ઓપ્શન છે કે તમને ત્યાં રેન્ટલ ગેરંટી મળે છે. તો આ ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી ફ્રીક્વન્ટલી નહીં આવે. જ્યારે માર્કેટ 22-21 જેવું થશે ત્યારે તમે લૂઝ કરશો ઓપોર્ચ્યુનિટી. તો ઇફ યુ રિયલી નીડ એની હેલ્પ, ડેફિનેટલી call me or call any Samex realtor, will help you.
Fantastic. That's great. Thank you, Mehul. And it was such a wonderful message. I could understand most of it. And because I live in my surrounding with so many Gujarati people and Gujarati dishes. And actually मैं उनके साथ ना अपना दिमाग जाके थोड़ा थोड़ा ऐसे घिसाता रहता हूँ, क्योंकि गुजराती लोगों का दिमाग धंधे में बड़ा तेज होता है. अभी किसी ने आज कमेंट भी डाला है, गुजराती या मारवाड़ी के बारे में मैंने सुना है बात, सर ठंडा जुबान मीठी एंड दिल मजबूत. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Mehul. Really appreciate. Love you all. Thank you, Lalit. Anything, Lalit? You want to share 30 seconds quickly?
Yeah, Ramanji, I will say positive point of view say, because already we know 0.5 ka rate cut which happened, and then from 15th of December the new mortgage rules have already kicked in. और उसके बाद जनवरी में there are some another rules are kicking in which you can refinance your house, और उसमें आप basement के लिए you can take a loan for at a very attractive pricing. So government is also trying their level best to put some kind of things which can really get a good motivation kind of for all the people. And yes, this is a golden opportunity फॉर ऑल द होम बायर्स जो कि मार्केट में है, जब तक कि इन्वेंट्री अभी भी आपके फेवर में जा रही है, बिकॉज वी ऑलरेडी नो देर आर फ्यू टाउन्स जो ऑलरेडी 1 मंथ इन्वेंट्री पे शिफ्ट हो चुके हैं.
Wonderful.
And if that thing happens in other remaining towns as well, then it's again going to be a very balanced market, and you never know, suddenly it switches to the seller's market. So as long as you have the good inventory and you're the first time home buyer, you can easily do your pick and choose options.
That's
Go for
great.
it.
Thank you, Lalit. I really appreciate, guys. All the viewers on Facebook, thank you very much. Guys, next time we will talk about this full opinion on new Airbnb tax. We will do some session on that too. But till then, आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद ज्वाइन करने के लिए. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and keep spreading the positivity. Love you all, guys. Bye bye.